Welcome to Cooking with a Hint of Science. I'm Dr. Tina. This week I was at a Cinco de Mayo party at work and a girl named Wendy brought the most amazing guacamole dip, and I love guacamole dip, so I know what I'm talking about. And I asked her her secret. I said, what is in that guacamole dip that made it so good? And she said the secret ingredient was mayonnaise. And I asked her, mayonnaise? Why? And she said, well, that'll keep your avocado from becoming brown when you cut it. And I thought, well, that makes sense. So I did a little research on avocados, and I thought today we would do an experiment and see what you can put on an avocado to make it brown slower. That way, if you don't eat all of your avocado in one sitting or all your guacamole, you can simply add an ingredient and hopefully it'll keep it from turning it brown. So what I've learned is that the avocado contains a substance in it called polyphenolic oxidase. And what that does is when it's exposed to air and when it's cut, each cell releases that. And that turns into a chemical process that slowly turns your avocado brown. Interesting fun fact though, is that the avocado actually does that on purpose to help inhibit bacteria. So it is trying to preserve itself, but we don't like it. We don't want brown on our avocado. So today, I've got a couple different processes we're gonna test. We're gonna leave it overnight, and then tomorrow we're gonna check back in and see which process caused the least brown. You've probably heard before that leaving a pit in your avocado will prevent it from being brown. So we're gonna try that and see if it works. Knowing that this releases gas, my guess, my theory here, is that underneath will be perfectly green and smooth because there's no air getting to it. But this part I just cut is right now releasing that acid, and it's probably gonna brown. So with each of these, we've got that. We're gonna do a control, so one just as it is. We're gonna take an avocado and do Wendy's secret. We're putting some mayonnaise on it. Now in theory, that should block the oxygen, right? So we're gonna do the all over, smear it in there good. Nice coating, prevent that brownness. All right. Same idea, you might have heard doing this with olive oil. So we're just gonna give it a quick drizzle. Smear it all around there. Hopefully that'll prevent the oxygen from getting in. We'll find out. Now, there's another way to do it too. So those both block oxygen, right? Well, let's do some chemical reactions because it is cooking with science. So, do you remember from my episode, why do onions make you cry? Remember, it's the sulfur gas that comes up out of that onion, reacts with water and creates an acidic environment in your eyes and you tear up? Well, guess what? The oxygen in the sulfur cause an acidic environment right on top of this avocado. And that browning process is slowed down when it's with an acid. So what I'm gonna do is put our little avocado just in the same container as an onion, and we'll see how he does tomorrow. One more chemical reaction, very popular, a little bit of lemon juice on the avocado. All right. So again, the acidic environment's hopefully slowing that browning process. So with all of these, I'm gonna put them in an airtight container overnight at room temperature. And we're gonna check back and see which avocado process browns the least, make some guacamole, and I'm probably gonna put it on top of a loaded chicken salad sandwich. So stand by and we'll make that together. Through the magic of television, it's been about 24 hours and our avocado experiment is through. And I think we have some pretty interesting results. Come on over and let's check it out. So we've got our control. So this is the one that we didn't do anything to. Remember, they were all in their airtight containers, so they all had the same environment with different substances put on them. The control had nothing on it, and you can see it's a bit brown. I think our two worst subjects were actually the oil and the mayonnaise. The ones that were trying to block the air, they just kind of turned into a gloopy mess, and that can be kind of gross. I wouldn't want to eat those next day. The one with the pit, it remained pretty good, so that's a viable option. But our very best ones are the chemical reaction. The onion and the lemon, where it created that acidic environment on top of the avocado to prevent that browning. Really beautiful. I would say that the onion is the winner. Now, to incorporate that into your guacamole, what you could do is, if you've got guacamole left over, just put the onions right on top, just sprinkle them in before you take it to your party. That'll help prevent the browning. Lemon juice isn't a bad idea either. Go ahead and mix that in too. So let's make some guac. So I've got 3 avocados, just roughly chopped. What we're gonna do is, if you like a finely chopped guacamole, just take your fork and mash it down like this. But if you like a chunkier guacamole, use the side of the fork just to get them mashed up in there. Now, I personally like my guacamole pretty spicy, but I'm not gonna be eating this whole bowl by myself, so I have to take in consideration of everyone else. So what I like to do in that case is kind of layer my heat flavors, and I'll show you what I do with that. Just get these all mashed up. All right, looking good, nice rough chop. A little bit of chunk in there. Perfect. So first we're gonna add a little bit of a wet ingredient. We're gonna add tomatoes. This is just 1 tomato. Just a nice rough chop. Add a little moisture into those avocados, that way it stirs up really nice and easy, gets everything kind of moving in there. We're gonna add some finely diced red onion. Not all of it, because in a minute we're gonna make some loaded chicken salad sandwiches, and I'm gonna use a little bit for that too. Get that stirred in. All right, let's start those layers of heat. How about some jalapenos? Oh, I love those. That's actually a pretty hot jalapeno, so I only used about a half of it. But I did take the seeds out in consideration of the others. For my spice blend, I've got cumin, pepper, salt, cayenne pepper, and my cayenne pepper isn't that hot, but this is New Mexico chili powder. Oh, and that brings the spice. It's one of my favorites. Plus some minced garlic. So I'm just gonna add all of that right in there. Now for my secret ingredient. All right, you add a little bit of tequila, and by a little bit, this is a half of a shot, or 1 tablespoon, or 15 mLs. Don't do more. More is not better in this. If you want more, have a drink on the side. Just gonna add a little bit, and what this does, it really just marinates all the flavors together. So just add a little, see if you like the taste. You can add a little bit more up to the 1 tablespoon amount. All right, now to bring some freshness, I've got some rough chopped cilantro right from the garden. Let's put it right in there. And a little acid to it. Some fresh squeezed lemon juice, or lime juice. This is 1 lime. I'm just gonna save a little bit for our chicken salad sandwiches over there. We're gonna mix that up in just a minute here. All right, so you can see this is coming together beautifully. A nice chunky guacamole, super fresh. Perfection. All right, let's give that a taste. See if it's got that zestiness I like. It is so good, it's very fresh. I could eat that bowl. But what we're gonna do with it tonight is we're gonna make a chicken salad sandwich and use the guacamole as our sauce. So let's get that chicken going real quick. Now, if you work full-time like I do, this is a super easy dinner to make when you get home from work. So I've diced about a cup of rotisserie chicken. We're gonna add in about a half of a container of Greek yogurt. One stalk of celery, 1 green onion. This is 1 chopped red roasted pepper right out of a jar. Super easy. Some of that lime juice we saved. A little bit of that onion we already cut up. Let's add some sunflower seeds to give it a nice crunchiness. Oh, this looks so beautiful. Look at all these colors. It just makes you happy. It makes you want to eat it. And this is about a quarter cup, maybe a third cup of just cheddar cheese, nice and shredded. Let's stir that together. Super easy chicken salad right after work. Chicken salad sandwiches. All right, I'm betting that needs just a hint of seasoning. So we'll do a little bit of pepper. And of course, salt. Stir it back together. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let's get this plated up. So for tonight, I'm making it on sourdough bread. First, let's layer in that guacamole. We're just gonna do this kind of like, you won't need mayonnaise because you've got that nice soft avocado spread there. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, and this looks so healthy. It just makes you want to eat it. It's so beautiful. Adds a little heat to it. All right, let's get this chicken salad going. Spoon that right on top. So colorful. Just beautiful. And it looks like this will make about 2 big sandwiches. Just enough for me and my husband tonight. Put that together. Give it a little cut. And we've got our dish. A loaded chicken salad sandwich with a guacamole. Thanks for joining me on Cooking with a Hint of Science.